Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Snap Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host Lando. If you want to follow us on socials, we are Snap_Fantasy. We answer all of your DMs. I know this is a very important week. It's week 2 of the playoffs, and if you have specific start-sit questions, you could drop in the comments or get us on DMs. Either one, it's all good. We also do 2 live streams this weekend. We're doing one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So if I didn't mention your players today, that's all right. Get us and we can tell you our rankings and where we would start them and if you should play them in your fantasy playoffs. We're also doing a listener league again next year. It's our 3rd annual listener league. You have a chance to play with us if you want to. If you think you can beat us, make sure to DM us, and if you refer a friend, it gives you another entry into the draw. But without further ado, we've got the quarterbacks today. The fantasy quarterbacks, and this could help you win or lose a matchup. Number 1 for the week, I've got Green Bay Packer Aaron Rodgers. He's in a great spot against Carolina. It should be a smash spot. You can start Robert Tonyan. Obviously, you're going to start Devontae Adams. Hey, Marcus Valdes-Scantling and Alan Lazard, should be potentially a fringe play. But keep tuned and ask us on Saturday or Sunday if you want. Next, you can't sit Patrick Mahomes. He's an every week start. Then Lamar Jackson after that big Monday night game. He is in a great spot as well against Jacksonville. Those are the easy ones. I guess this one's easy too. Russell Wilson, he's going to be fine. Now, the Washington football team has a very good rushing defense, or their front 7 is some of the best in the NFL. Chase Young is a monster. It's going to lower Russell's ceiling, but I still have him ranked at number 4. Next, I've got Josh Allen against Denver. It should be in a good spot. Now, it's in Denver. The weather could be questionable. Stay tuned to the weather. We will stay tuned to the weather and have him maybe move in the rankings a little bit and figure out if Josh Allen is surely our number 5 quarterback this week. Tom Brady at Atlanta is in a good spot. I think you can still start Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, but it hasn't been locked and loaded great starts for either of those wide receivers. They still have upside against Atlanta. Their defense has not been good. We just need that the Atlanta Falcons need to score as well. So Calvin Ridley is in my top 14 wide receivers. So potentially it could be a shootout. Otherwise, it could just be a boring kind of rushing attack with, I don't know, maybe it's Leonard Fournette or maybe it's Keyshawn Vaughn. Ronald Jones is out this week. Next, I've got Ryan Tannehill. Great matchup against Detroit this week. And you can start A.J. Brown. Even Corey Davis could have a bounce-back game. And maybe Derrick Henry takes a screen to the house. That will help Ryan Tannehill's upside there. Now, I haven't said a very important name. That's Kyler Murray. He had so many opportunities last week to have a big game, but it just didn't happen. They kicked too many field goals. So against Philadelphia, they're in a spot where it's a must-win situation for the Cardinals to get into the playoffs. And I believe Philadelphia, with Jalen Hurts there now, they should be able to provide a little bit of a shootout. That should make Kyler Murray have to throw it more often. Deandre Hopkins is a top 5 wide receiver for me. And I think Kyler Murray was running a lot more this past week, so he needs to continue to run. And potentially he should be up. He has at least ceiling to be the number 1 overall quarterback. That's if he gets back into his running ways. Jared Goff for me is my quarterback number 9. They play the New York Jets. I've got 2 Rams wide receivers in my top 12 this week. So Jared Goff has to be there. He's number 9. I think the LA Rams make a statement. The only concern for me in this matchup is if they run away with it too early and then we see backups in the 4th quarter. But to make it a shootout or make it a blowout, they still need to score. So hopefully that's going to be a Jared Goff day, and maybe they throw it to Cam Akers and he gets the work as well. Next, I've got Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is an absolute stud. I know he's missing a lot of weapons, but he is a baller. Even against the Indianapolis Colts, I believe he's a top 10 quarterback. He still presents a ton of upside. Maybe if you have Deshaun Watson, you are expected to lose your playoff matchup. he still presents the upside to help you win it. He does it by himself. He does it on the ground. He could rush in a couple. Deshaun Watson should be an every week start. My number 11 quarterback was someone that has been disappointing lately. That's going to be Justin Herbert. He plays the Las Vegas Raiders. He's in a really, I think it's not the greatest spot for Justin Herbert, and he hasn't been great lately. So if you want to sit him down, I mean, I don't really blame you, but Herbert still has the week winning potential. As long as Keenan Allen is healthy, he always has a chance to do well. So monitor the health of Keenan Allen throughout the week. Lately, he's been an Iron Man, like I mentioned in my other video. But if Keenan Allen is out, I would then pivot, and I might pivot to a guy like Phillip Rivers. The Houston defense is giving up a ton. The T.Y. Hilton has been on fire lately, scoring in the past 2 or 3 games now. So they've got the weapons. Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, Jonathan Taylor is catching out of the backfield. Nyheim Hines is catching out of the backfield. Everyone seems to be hitting their stride in Indianapolis. So Phillip Rivers is a top 12 quarterback for me this week. I never thought I would see the day. Some notable guys that did not make my top 12. Well, I mean, you know them. It's going to be guys like Jalen Hurts, Taysom Hill, Kirk Cousins, and Derek Carr. They are fringe starters, so you could definitely roll them out if you're in dire straits. Even Mitch Trubisky. I think Mitch has a really good game against Minnesota. He technically doesn't make my top 12, but I think he has top 5 upside. He seems to always have a good game against Minnesota, but that is only if you're desperate or maybe playing on DraftKings. Like this video, make sure to subscribe, and if you want to play against us in our listener league, make sure to DM us at snap_fantasy and tune in to our lives. We'll be doing 2 lives this week, Saturday and Sunday, and we will answer all your specific start-sit questions on those streams. Thanks a lot, guys, and we will see you next time.